Welcome to the Shabby And Man podcast. We are partners, parents, podcasters, broadcasters,
and everything else in between. Namaste.
Namaskar, I should say, because we are recording this special, it's not a special episode, we're recording it on a special and very auspicious day, which happens to be Ashtami, or the 8th day of the Navratris.
It is like a special episode because we do it so infrequently.
Oh, well, there you go. It's a guest appearance.
It's like a special episode.
Yes.
So today is the 8th day.
It is the 8th day, and for Bengalis, those who celebrate Durga Puja, Shubho Ashtami, I would like to say, and you know that out of all the 6 days that are celebrated, Shoshti, Shaptami, Ashtami, Navami, and Dussehra, this is considered the most auspicious.
Just like Navratri.
Yeah.
And Dandiyas and all, which the Gujarati community
Gujarati community celebrate with just as much gusto and fervour, I suppose.
So it is their 8th day as well, because the 10th day is Dussehra.
Dussehra for everyone.
Yes.
All Hindus celebrate Dussehra.
Now, the reason why we're going a bit Bengali is because we've just come back from a Durga Puja.
Yes.
Or should I say Durga Pujo?
No, we've come from Durga Pujo. And we've done our Ashtami Anjali, we've had our Bhog. But saying that, autumn is the beginning of festivities for Hindus on the Asian calendar. It's one festival after the other. And I think these were devised to light up your dark winter nights and bring
something
people together.
Something
to look forward to in the same way that Christmas, you can't imagine it in the summer, having that same kind of a warm, embracing, inviting vibe. It is because it's winter and you want to be with your family, sitting around a tree, nice and cozy, unwrapping presents. Well, that's the idea.
And wearing Christmas jumpers.
Yeah.
While here, everyone was beautifully dressed in their ethnic clothes.
Yeah.
The kurtas.
Yes.
I must say, Bengali kurtas are quite loud.
Colourful.
Oh, is the word colourful?
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Adventurous. Sartorially fashion forward, as they say. Not to everybody's liking.
No, absolutely. Not everybody can carry them off.
No, that's true.
Most people can't carry them off, I think.
Yeah, God knows you've tried, if that's what you're hinting at. We must also just, before we get into...
But lovely saris and all. They were looking very elegant.
Before we get into the celebration of culture, religion, festivals.
I met you there. I came on the tube.
Yeah.
Because our local...
Durga Puja.
Pandal bolte hai na?
Yeah.
Our local one is in Hampstead.
Yeah.
And it's right opposite Tube Station. And there were so many people on the tube, you could tell where they were going. It was quite funny, actually.
From what they were wearing,
From
right?
what they were wearing,
I saw these really smart young boys who were in their pajama kurta, dhuti kurta, which you clearly see they are not accustomed to wearing. Nonetheless, a North Face jacket on top, which I thought looked very cool. But we just wanted to pause before we get into this properly, just to say that right now it does feel a bit surreal because we are getting into this festive period where everything is bright, beautiful. It's about celebration, family and friends celebrating at the same time. And yet politically, if you look at the news, if you look at what's happening, in the Middle East, it's a very disturbing time. And you don't...
I know, it's a terrible backdrop. And I personally think it doesn't matter which side you're on.
Yeah.
Casualties of war.
Yeah.
It's horrible. It's horrendous.
Yeah, that's what breaks your heart, because when you see women, children, men who are just caught up in something that may not be of their making, and big powers just kind of trying to calm things down, but until and unless the atrocities stop and people start getting back some sort of a normality, it is heartbreaking to watch. So it is a time in the world where we are aware that not everybody is celebrating. But back to Durga Puja, I suppose. It's all about gratitude. When festivals bring you together, I personally feel that when I pray to Ma Durga, it is first and foremost expressing gratitude for all the things that we are blessed with without even trying. And having your personal chat with God.
You're talking about Ma Durga. I think in Navratri, every day there's a different name for Ma Durga.
Not a different name, a different persona or a different power is
a different aspect
of her godliness, I suppose, is worshipped. You're right. And I also discovered very recently that apparently there are 4 or 5 Navratris in the whole year, but it's only the autumn Navratri.
This is the main one.
This is the main one. So there you go. But I have been in touch with my Bengali side more than usual for the last week, actually.
Yeah, but that's why I'm making it a Bengali special, because you hosted the Bengal's Pride Awards in the House of Commons.
Yeah.
The Churchill Room, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it was the Churchill Room.
So you were dressed in your ethnic finery.
Yes.
The sari.
Yes.
By the way, I say sari. I saw a little Instagram thing you did where you say shari.
Yeah, so Bengalis say shari.
How do they?
Yeah. Oh my God, you've been married to me for 25 years and you've only just discovered that you don't say sari.
I'm shari. I didn't know that you say shari.
Yeah, I know. You guys say I'm sari. Yeah, I know. But it was a brilliant event.
I should have worked it out, because you don't say, when I say sock, I say moza. You say moja.
Yeah.
For me, moja is like having fun.
Moja.
Yeah.
Please. But coming back to Bengal's Pride Awards.
Sorry, yes. Coming back to the Pride Awards.
It was not the Pride Awards. That would be completely different.
No, I'm not talking about the English Pride Awards. I'm talking about you were
Bengal's Pride Award.
Yep, you were giving awards to very illustrious people in the Bengali community.
Yes.
Is it just English Bengali community or
no? Not
worldwide?
Just British Asians, but Bengalis in Bengal, Bengalis in Bangladesh as well. Because very proudly it proclaimed that it celebrates achievers from both India and Bangladesh, East and West Bengal.
Didn't you call the High Commissioner of Bangladesh on stage?
Yes, she was one of the chief guests. And it was actually amazing because most of the award winners are not really known, which is what makes it so special. And yet they're doing such stellar work in their field. Whether it is a doctor here in Gloucestershire, Bengali doctor, who's done phenomenal work in sexual and reproductive health, one of the first Bengali doctors to pioneer certain practices and stuff, which makes you so proud. And these people are not after fame, they're not after recognition, they're so passionate about their work, and they're
I agree. I don't think even in this country all these awards that go to celebrities, I think it should go to people who really
make a difference. And similarly, we had somebody from India who has started a bank, which only people in Bengal probably know, but he started a bank for the rural community, people in the village. He was saying that so there are still so many people who are so poor, they have such a hand-to-mouth existence that they don't have a concept of savings. They've never had a bank account. Whatever is in their hand, whatever is in that little gullak in their hut is all that they have to their name. So this man took the initiative to go to the grassroots and get as many people as he could, introduce many to the concept of a bank. Believe it or not, there's still people farmers and really poor people who have no idea, and they mistrust any institution which keeps their hard-earned money. They have no idea how it works. And he's done such phenomenal work. Again, someone who I didn't know of. I'm sure most of the world does not know of him. But it makes him such a hero. The fact that, he was just there in his he was there in his Bengali outfit, walking down the corridor in the Churchill Room in the House of Commons, so proud of his heritage.
So is there any kind of rivalry between the West Bengalis who live in India and the Bangladeshi Bengalis?
No, well, that would be like asking you, is there any rivalry between the Punjabis in Punjab and the Punjabis in Lahore or the Punjabis in Pakistan? Not really. Of course, politics and your political leanings make a big difference. But at the end of the day, by the way, have you noticed that's another thing that we have in common, or should I say one of the few things that we have in common? Your state, traditionally, your dad is from Punjab, and my state were the only two states that were divided during partition. Were the only two states
divided by the British. One stroke of a pen.
Yeah, divided by the British. So both states, people of both states know what it's like to have half your family live the other side, to lose people when the migration happened. So coming back to East Bengal, West Bengal, they're always, I don't want to get into that. Obviously, there are always people who think they're superior, people who think their accent is more genuine, people who think they are the Paris of the East. No, we are the Paris of the East. People have all sorts of theories. But I was surprised to find out a few interesting statistics. Not because of the fact that Tower Hamlets is essentially a Bangladeshi hub in London. But Bengalis make up, it gave a statistic which I don't want to misquote, but apparently a considerable percentage of the ethnic minorities in London are Bangladeshis. And I didn't know that Bengali is the fourth most spoken language in the world. I had no idea.
Oh, I bet it's after Hindi is probably
by virtue of the fact that India is the most populous country in the world. Yes,
it'll probably be, I'd say, English and Spanish.
Yeah,
maybe
it's
Chinese.
something like that. English, I think it is English, Chinese, and then, but it's the fourth or the fifth most spoken language in the world, which is quite phenomenal.
Yeah, because most of South America speaks Spanish, doesn't it?
Yeah. So this is why I felt honored to be asked to host these awards, because they were going to people who are genuine heroes, who did not for a moment excuse me, did not for a moment do their job for anything but a passion for whatever their profession is. What did you want to say?
Nothing. Your cough put me off. It went straight into my earphones.
Right, so that was the Bengal
joke, by the way, because we don't have earphones. We record on this phone.
Yeah, that's true. So that was about the Bengal Pride Awards. Coming back to the Pujo, Ashtami today, Dussehra in 2 days' time. And somebody pointed out something quite interesting the other day, saying that why do because we make a big deal of the first day of our 10-day Pujo also, which is called Mahaloy, which is when traditionally Bengali families gather around the radio set. And this one gentleman, Birendra Krishna Bhadro, I think his name was, who's no longer
I know the
alive.
story. Not from you, but I've heard the story so many times. Is this when you guys wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning to hear this broadcast on radio, All India Radio at 4 in the morning, and he would recite the entire story of Durga Puja, why in Sanskrit, why Goddess Durga and her children visit earth during those 10 days. So I've never asked my mom and dad I'll tell you. Why don't you ask me? It's actually Goddess Durga. They celebrate her victory over the demon.
No, that was not my question. Can you just wait for my question?
Is it Mahishur?
Mahishashur Mardini. Mahishashur. Yeah. That's why she's called Mahishashur Mardini, as in Mahishashur Slayer.
So that is what
my question. No, my question was, when we celebrate Mahaloy the first day, when everybody says, "Oh right, Ma is here," then we don't celebrate day 2, 3, 4, 5. The 4 days after that, there's nothing happening.
No, I'm
then
sure.
we celebrate 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th.
Very
10th.
religious. Probably
yeah,
do.
maybe there are some rituals, but for most people, day 1 ठीक है, symbolic है थोड़ा सा, but day 2, 3, 4, 5 there's nothing happening. You start wearing your saris and you plan your Durga Puja outfits and you start getting anjali and bhog and go pandal hopping and all. Only shoshti भी उतना नहीं है. 7, 8, 9, 10, 3, 4 days.
Then you do what? A bit of Rabindra Sangeet,
and
a bit of baul music. What is baul music? It's folk music.
Folk music, yeah, baul.
Baul.
So there's all kinds of stuff happening. So I've never really understood, because people said, why is it that Gujaratis have Dandiya for all 9 days and you guys just intermittently? I said, no, intermittently तो नहीं, but I'm sure there must be. If there are any Bengalis listening to the podcast, please do get in touch with us on social media at Shabby and Man on Instagram and Facebook, and let us know.
And if there are any Gujaratis, tell us why you celebrate all 9 days.
Because it's just fun to dress up for 9 days and go and dance.
No, there's obviously religious aspects to it as well.
Yeah, there must be, right? No, but you know what? Saying that, I'm not quite sure how religious it is. I know they have a little murti and Bhagwan, and they do it with utmost reverence in the middle. But I don't think there is any religious thing to the Garba. It's just an expression of your joy for celebrating the festival with family and friends for those 9 days. I don't think the dance as such has any...
While you Bengalis need, after the first 2 days, you need a little break for your art, your architecture, your literature, your politics, your roshagollas, your chom-choms.
No, these can carry on even during Durga Puja, by the way.
Oh, they can.
Because you can see the art pandals are so artistic. Oh my God. Some of them are next level, as they say. But it's quite a thing, going pandal hopping if you're in India. Kolkata has many streets, many hubs that are known for their pandals.
I know, like there's Muhammad Ali Park, there's, is it called Bagh Bazaar?
Bagh Bazaar, which is known in Calcutta. My mom and dad's, my dad's hub.
I've been to Calcutta only twice with you.
Yeah.
And Park Street.
Yes, Park Street, of course.
Yeah.
But so Kolkata also has some very traditional pujas that have been on for hundreds of years, and then you've got the newer neighborhoods that put up these really, they say that whoever's in the news will get a mention in some sort of a...
Where they make the actual statues.
Statue and all. It's just like people go pandal hopping during Ganesh Chaturthi.
I was just going to say, it's like
Mumbai. It's exactly like that. Because the festival happens over multiple days. One of the biggest Durga Pujas in Mumbai is the one that's done by Kajol and Rani Mukherjee's family, the Mukherjee family.
I recently saw Sushmita
Sen doing the Dhanuchi dance. Yeah.
Talking about Ganpat.
Yeah.
I know we haven't mentioned it, but maybe...
Ganpati, you mean, not Ganpat. Ganpat is a film.
I know, we're going to talk about the film.
Oh.
That, didn't you talk to Tiger Shroff this week?
I did indeed. We still not played out the interview though. I don't know when that's happening. But I did. It's a lot of fun. He's a guy who is fixated on action, but he knows what his strengths are.
He's into all the martial arts kind
martial
of
arts,
action,
and he doesn't even. I said to him that don't you want to do ever something which is a little more not challenging, because he has aced the action genre.
The movie came out this weekend, and I don't think it's doing that well.
Yeah,
even though it's got Amitabh Bachchan in it.
And the promo looked quite good, I have to say, but you're right. I'm not quite sure if it's doing as well as people had hoped it would.
2 movies came out and they both flopped.
Yeah.
The other one is the Akshay Kumar movie. Mission something?
Mission Raniganj.
That's the one.
No, but the one that came out with Ganpat was Leo, a South Indian biggie, which was a massive failure as well. That is one people were really slating when they came out on the same day. But yeah, I think if we were talking Bollywood, then all hopes on Dunki, Rajkumar Hirani and Shah Rukh Khan's Dunki.
I don't know how we meandered onto Bollywood. It's because of the word Ganpat.
Yeah, that's
Ganpati,
true.
Yeah.
Ganpati festival.
So going back to your Bengali pandals and your bhog.
Yeah.
So is it all aloo bhaja, bagan bhaja,
begun bhaja,
and
chachuri, labda, khichuri. Traditionally Durga Puja bhog is always vegetarian, as in prasad anywhere.
And always one piece of mishti.
And one piece of mishti, chutney and all of that. But Kali Puja this year, Kali Puja is being celebrated where we went today on the same day as Diwali. It might be interesting to go, because traditionally I think Kali Puja prasad always has a bit of...
it has fish, because I used
fish
to...
or meat.
I used to go a lot to
mutton
the
in
Kali
India.
Puja one in my Delhi days.
Yeah.
It used to be around the corner, beautiful Kali Puja.
Yeah.
We'd all queue up.
Another avatar of Durga, by the way, Kali.
Yes.
Yeah.
I tell you once, I was, I don't know, I was walking, I was in a cafe, and the girl sitting opposite me, English girl, English, French, whatever, had the most beautiful Kalima tattoo on her back, a huge one.
My God.
Lovely.
I wonder if she knew what it was, whether
sure
she
she
was a
did,
devotee or she just liked the image.
Yeah, always remember that.
Because Kalima, Durga's avatar as Kalima, has a necklace of skulls around her. She is the slayer in that. So yeah, and right after that, of course, we're looking forward to Diwali as well.
Oh, yeah.
This year it's going to be very different. All our festivities feel different because our eldest is away at uni now, so we have 4 have become 3, and it is with a heavy heart that I'm making luchi and aloo dum and chicken and march and everything else, because I'm missing him very much.
He's been away for a month, by the way, and at the start he said, I'll be back next week or the week after.
Yeah.
And now he sent us a message
saying I don't see myself in London before December.
Incredibly busy, I'll come when the term finishes.
Yeah. That's the other thing. Not I'm coming home. I don't see myself in London before December. As well, clearly they feel they're on another planet.
Oh, come on.
What it is.
You were young once. I know it's hard to remember, but you were young once.
That's true. And they say no news is good news when they're off at uni. So that's that. It is going to be a period of a lot of food and drink, a lot of festivities. I think that just kind of is a further wake-up call, for me at least, to remember to go to the gym. I've virtually forgotten what it's like to be in the gym. I go, by the way, for a Pilates class on weekends at night, which I'm really enjoying. But it's essentially stretching. It's not really Pilates, because I have to, I think, get in shape before I do proper Pilates.
I don't know why Bollywood is on my mind today, but it's after looking at you. Is it because tomorrow you're meeting
Farhan Akhtar? I am meeting Farhan Akhtar at the LSE. Oh. And it's going to be interesting because he's talking about his journey as a director, as an actor. People are very keen to know what's happening to his next directorial.
Didn't we once go to see him where he took out his guitar and started singing songs?
Yeah, we did. So yeah, he's got a chilled out, nice guy, and he's our age. He makes the kind of films that we like. So
Dil Chahta Hai was probably still his finest piece.
I think he did a good job with the Dawn revival as well.
Yeah.
He's made quite a few good films. And now he's due to direct the female equivalent of Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara, which is Jile Zara, with Alia, Priyanka and Katrina. But
isn't that on hold?
It is on hold, but not on hold. And his excuse is that the 3 of them are so busy, it's very hard to sync their diaries, which is something they should have thought of when they cast them, right?
While we're talking about classic movies,
I
think we should mention Kuch Kuch Hota Hai.
Yeah, 25 years.
25 years this week.
Which shocked me. refuse to believe I was 25 years ago. But that's what it is. And a lot of them have been getting together. Rani, Kajol, Shah Rukh, Karan, talking about the experience. Farida Jalal saying, oh, how amazing it was. We were really like one big family on the sets. And
Amrish
Puri. There's a lot of buzz around the new season of Coffee with Karan as well, which is about to stream in a few days' time. And they're saying that, he's going to get all these. We know that it's going to be all his A-list friends. No surprise there.
But he's got the Deol brothers.
And he's keen to kind of give it a little bit of a different spin this time, So
I think he'll get the celebs on with their kids.
Because you've got all the Agastya and Suhana and Khushi and all these people suddenly come out. Yeah. Oh, घूम फिर के वही बॉलीवुड पे बात आ गई. But speaking of Bollywood, Rocky और रानी की प्रेम कहानी, and speaking of Bollywood depicting Bengalis, I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of the film, I'm sure I've mentioned this before, but it really stereotyped Punjabis and Bengalis. But nonetheless, I just found out that Alia Bhatt's father, the Bengali actor who's played Alia Bhatt's father, Tota Chatterjee, is somebody whose mother is well known to my mother, whose Masi is well known to my mum. So I was like, oh, surprising. Because my mom very casually said, do you know who...
that means nothing. My Masi's best friend is Amir Khan's mum.
Yeah, that's true.
In Mumbai.
By the way, which I must... I've been thinking about this only today. Funny you should mention it. I don't know if I should say it on the podcast. Maybe I should. That's how live it is. So she's in the news, because she's had some surgery in Chennai, Amir Khan's mum.
Oh, I didn't know.
Now it says she's 89. I know your Masi is nowhere near 89. How can they be classmates? It says Zinat Hussain, 89.
Oh, maybe it's...
the eldest Masi?
This I don't know.
Or maybe a Masi's... or her sister, younger sister. Because that's the first thing that struck me, that we know that your Masi
Or maybe it's the guy who... Amir Khan's famous uncle who made all the movies, his wife maybe.
Maybe his wife. All right. So because it's in the news, they're saying that Amir Khan is moving base to Chennai to be next to his mother, because I'm sure they've not said what, but she's ailing and she's had surgery and she's recovering. Right.
Anyway, ये कहानी मुझे सुनाई थी. It may not be true.
Exactly. अगली बार जाके पूछना अपनी मासी से, कि आपका एज गलत बताया था, or was it somebody else who was your classmate and I'm thoroughly confused?
Yeah, मासी आपने 10 साल खो दिए.
There's something else I wanted to talk about on the show today, but it may not be the right time. Maybe we'll talk about it the next time. I went to see...
You might as well say it, because who knows when the next time is.
Oh, that's true actually. Kal kya hoga, kisko pata.
That is from that movie only.
From Nasir Hussain's film.
Correct.
Now there you go. One of India's biggest stand-up artists, have we not spoken about this, Zakir Khan?
No, we haven't.
Was doing a gig at the Royal Albert Hall.
And we didn't know much about him. I'd heard of Veer Das.
Yeah,
obviously.
I'd not heard about him at all until I Googled him and found him to be one of India's biggest stand-up comedians, if not the biggest. And you know what surprised me? Packing out Albert Hall is no mean feat, because sometimes Bollywood singers struggle to do that. Yeah. B, there was hardly any publicity for this. I got an invite and I got tickets because I work in the media. But other than that, normally if there's anyone who's performing anywhere in the UK, you hear ads for months and months together, whether it's the Rahats or the Arijits or the Shreyas.
So was the hall empty?
It was packed. That's what I'm saying. That is the power, which is why I feel that he's genuinely a celebrity who's loved by so many people. It's not hype. So I don't know how his fans found out, whether his followers found out or whether they put it up only on social media. There was hardly any publicity and he got a 20-minute standing ovation.
But his jokes are all, his gags are all in Hindi.
They're all in Hindi. You were told in advance they're going to be in Hindi. And this is really stand-up comedy coming of age. The exact same thing that we see on British television all the time. Your Have I Got News For You, Ki Jitne Bhi Stars, alag Frankie Boyle and all the stars that you can think of.
Mock the Week
type show. I'm sure which must be happening in India. We don't watch Indian television, so we don't know. But it's exactly talking about your everyday life. Your friend in college, your friend in school, your neighbor, your car breaking down, your dad retiring, which is what people love.
Observational comedy,
situational comedy taken from his own life, wittily delivered. Constantly self-deprecating humor, which is so British. Constantly taking the mick out of himself.
Get to the point. Was it rude?
It was not. No, it was not that rude. It was suggestive. No, it was. He would kind of just about suggest. You would get a very good idea of what he's talking about, but he wouldn't actually say it. So I found it riveting, and the fact that somebody can be this good, this famous, with so many followers, and because we live in a completely different world. It's just someone who we had no idea.
We live in this bubble where we have no followers.
No, it's not about no followers. I'm saying we lead a kind of life where somehow our paths have never crossed. And like you're saying, the Veer Dases and other people, maybe because they're in the news more often, they're on social media all the time. But I was amazed. I thought कि किसको पता है कि he's gigging, you know? और जाके मैंने देखा, my God, 20-minute standing ovation. Excellent. And a packed Royal Albert Hall on a Sunday night. No joke. Hats off to this man. You know, and I'm really impressed. I laughed out loud a lot because, again, like I said, it's the kind of humor that anyone can relate to.
उसी नोट पर bye-bye बोले?
Yeah. Let's sign out because I think your phone battery is about to die by the looks of it.
Story of my life.
Story of your life. Until next time then, happy Pujas, happy Dussehra and Diwali. We hope to be very regular and hope to do the next episode in 2 weeks' time.
Definitely before Diwali.
Definitely before Diwali. Enjoy your holidays.
Dhanyavad.
Bye-bye.